Hello there everyone and welcome to a new episode of ESWAT City Under Siege. It's been a little while because these next two stages are pretty tough and I've had to do a fair bit of practice to get into a position where I can actually beat them. But I think I have figured out, broadly speaking, the strategy now. I think I know what I'm doing. I can pull it off with some degree of consistency. We'll see how it goes. This is Neo 3 Mile Island. It is some sort of radioactive waste facility that's been taken over by the cyber-terrorist group here, all of their robots and people in hazmat suits and stuff. It's a bit of an annoying level. It's a fairly long one. It's the first one where you are in your ESWAT uniform, your ICE combat armor, which has not aged very gracefully. I mean, a lot of this game hasn't aged very gracefully, but that especially is a bit, oh, no thank you. Yeah, you're going around, you gotta go and defeat a kind of final big bandit at the end of it. It's a bit of a tough level though. It's the first one where you got your combat armor, like I said, and because of that, they've massively upped the number of enemies coming at you. So you need to be fairly careful, especially in this section. There's a lot of enemies that will be shooting at you off screen, so you need to edge forward very carefully and take them out as you go. And I hope you guys aren't going to begrudge me for this, but I am going to be quick saving at a couple of key points in these levels. I'm doing it there because this is the only level in the game that doesn't have a checkpoint before the boss. If you die at the boss, you have to go and do the entire thing again. It's bizarre, frankly. So I'm just doing this because the game, frankly, forgot to do it. The best strategy I find, he's vulnerable. Technically, the way he works is he's vulnerable when he fires his face off and reveals his human face beneath. It's a little bit tricky to hit though. The hitbox on the robot face that he fires out is just completely whack. It has no bearing at all on what the actual hitbox, like visibly the attack is like. It's massive. So you're probably going to end up getting hit as you drop down. But the best strategy I found, it's not really working here because we don't have much health and I'm getting into a smaller and smaller area at the very edge of the screen. But the best strategy is to kind of jump over him. Is fire out a pulsar right as he fires out his face. Then jump over it. Problem is he fires out projectiles and there's not much rhythm to the projectiles he fires out beyond his face. He does the face consistently. Sometimes he flies up, but you kind of get the grip of what he's doing. But then he has a set of other projectiles that sometimes fire out and sometimes he just doesn't bother. Like there, fired out projectile, but then I bet the next time he comes down he's not going to bother doing it. Yeah, so like why not this time, game? Yeah. We really could have done with more health. The enemies at the end there are supposed to drop you a health refill, but again, the game's terrible, I've learned, at this whole giving you stuff when it's supposed to give you stuff. It is completely incapable of just giving you things. There's a section earlier in the level where we got the rocket launcher for the first time, where we had to take out the enemy behind the wall. I've done that like 9 or 10 times now, and they just sometimes don't bother giving you the rockets, which is great because that's your rocket tutorial. If you don't get the rockets, you're guaranteed to take damage. It's terrible. I was quite enjoying the game in those first two levels, but these next two levels ruined it. The game simply cannot handle the promise of the ESWAT uniform. The jetpack works weirdly. Your extra weapons are all a bit off. Sometimes, like you saw there, you get through without taking any damage. The game's really inconsistent. Sometimes it's really easy and sometimes it's really difficult. An annoying thing we're about to find out is the fact that the game doesn't bother refilling your health when you get into another level. It gives you like a part refill. I think it gives you 2 extra hits. Is that 1 extra? Okay, no. They up your health at the start of every level. Very slightly, I think. This is a bit of an annoying level. There are some stuff here where you just kind of need certain weapons, but the way that the game works now that we've got all of our new types of weapons, if you die while holding one, they take it away from you. Which doesn't sound that bad until you realise that a lot of the combat encounters and other areas of the game are designed with you having very specific tools in your arsenal in that section, and they just fundamentally don't work without those tools. The final boss of this level in particular is very much like that. If you don't have the right weapon, good luck. You'll also be finding out on this stage how annoying your projectiles can be, because sometimes they just don't bother firing out. This section's horrible. You have to avoid all of these droplets, these weird inkly droplets that these guys fire out from below the screen. You can kind of, it took me a while to find out that you can actually see where they're going to fire out the projectiles from. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help, to be blunt. You're still, you know, tough luck. Hope for the best, you know. They're still probably going to end up hitting you. This section, it took me, the first time I did it, I nearly got captured by the goo, but you need to realise that you can knock off those things on the ceiling, drop them down. I am going to... Am I going to quick save? No. We're going to risk it, and if worse comes to worse, we're just going to have to take the hit and die an extra life. You need the post cannon for this bit, but it's a bit of a strange area where you can die very quickly. Like so. We need the rocket launcher as well. So. Oh, damn it. I wasn't thinking. We need to... this is going to be much harder now. We might need to go and reset the level. I recommend very much, if you're playing this on emulation, that you get very quick with your quick saves, because, like I said, the game relies on you having certain tools in your arsenal, and it's very, very happy to take away those tools right before you get to the section where you really can't progress without them. Like here, for example, where we really could do with the rocket launcher. We'll just have to see whether the super saw works, because I've never got into this stage with it. And as it turns out, maybe that will be the saving grace, because it seems that it's doing good work, turning good work, taking out these guys. The rocket launcher's fire rate is a bit inconsistent, so they can just kind of walk into you if you're unlucky. But the super saw being semi-automatic, it's being a lot more consistent when we're firing out, so that's good. Right, you get a full refill for your jetpack. You really need the post cannon for this. It's a very easy fight if you have the post cannon and the rocket launcher. Admittedly, I haven't done it without the rocket launcher. But it's fairly easy with the post cannon, because it's that middle weak point that's really hard to hit without it. If you have the post cannon, it's much easier. And then this section, you need to get a bit cheeky, coming down here, and getting in your slots before things can happen, and getting out of the way. We could have been a lot more cautious there, and it would have benefited us, because we're not going to have taken so much damage for the next level. But at this stage, I'm kinda just brute forcing my way through. We've now reached the midpoint of the game. It's 8 levels, we've done 4 of them. I'm not enjoying myself, like a lot of these old Sega Genesis games, but I've started now, so we're going to make our way through as we head on to destroy Dark Base. But that is for another episode. That's going to be next time, hopefully tomorrow. For now, though, I'm going to end by saying that I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next time. Bye. But for now, adios and ciao.